Today, we have a black swan collapse alert you need to hear. We're talking about a potential time bomb ticking in the global financial system with a jaw-dropping $97 trillion at stake. In this video, we will dive deep into this alarming situation with experts on edge. But before we get into the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our eye-opening videos. Alright, let's jump in. The Bank for International Settlements, BIS, may not be a familiar name to you, but it should be. This international financial institution is a behemoth, owned by 63 separate central banks worldwide, including the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Russian Central Bank, and even the People's Bank of China. In fact, if you name a central bank, chances are it has its tentacles wrapped up in the ownership of the BIS. Together, these central banks control 95% of the global GDP. In a recent report, which may have seemed innocuous at first glance, the BIS exposed over $85 trillion of hidden debt that is going unreported by banks and financial institutions across the globe. This is nearly 4 times the size of the American economy and only 50 steps away from eclipsing the world's economy. There's a black hole in the world's balance sheet that's 20 times larger than the British economy. The BIS, a conglomerate of 63 of the largest central banks worldwide, summarized their 86-page report with a bombshell statement. There are foreign exchange swap positions that point to over $80 trillion of hidden US dollar debt reported off balance sheets. When you factor in hidden debt nominated in other currencies like the euro or the Chinese yen, the total reaches a staggering $100 trillion. So what's going on? It all starts with foreign exchange markets and the complications that arise from converting between two currencies, which is far more complex than it may seem. Foreign exchange swaps are agreements where parties borrow one currency and lend out another simultaneously, with an agreement to exchange those amounts back when the loans expire. This allows parties to swap their currencies, effectively meeting each other's needs. For example, if a European bank needs dollars and an American bank needs euros, they can swap their currencies. When the loans are returned, the party that started with dollars ends up with dollars again, and the party that started with euros ends up with euros again. But here's the catch: it's not risk-free at all, despite some claims to the contrary. The exchange rates are set in advance, and there's always a risk of currency values changing during the loan period. This creates a potential minefield of hidden debt lurking off balance sheets and threatening the global financial system's stability. The most important thing about these swaps is that they are not recorded on company balance sheets or included in standard debt statistics. This means that businesses and banks do not have to declare them to their investors, and it's difficult to determine how much of this debt a specific company or country has. While these liabilities can exist as invisible debt and may not impact a company's profitability on a normal day, they are not risk-free. There are 3 major issues with this debt bubble that could cause it to explode. First, as this debt matures, it needs to be refinanced, and if interest rates have risen since the debt was originally taken out, the interest payments will increase. With interest rates rising faster than during previous crises, this could result in a significant increase in the cost of servicing this debt, causing weaker companies to run out of money and potentially default on their debt. The second problem is that the global economy is entering a recession with real incomes falling, people spending less money, and businesses earning lower revenues and profits. This means that even if the debt service costs remain the same, businesses would need more revenue to service their debt. The combination of higher interest rates and a recession could lead to bankruptcies, defaults, and collapses of companies with weaker balance sheets. The third problem is that this debt bubble is massive, with around 80% of the $100 trillion of debt needing refinancing within 1 year. The refinancing rates for corporate debt have increased significantly since the debt was originally taken out. Even a small increase in interest rates could result in a substantial increase in the cost of servicing this debt. This could create a domino effect, leading to widespread financial instability and economic turmoil. Given the heavy reliance of these economies on US dollar investment and the potential for the foreign exchange swap market to collapse, sustaining this dependence would be extremely challenging, as evidenced during the global financial crisis. Claudio Boris, the head of the Monetary and Economics Department of the BIS, has highlighted the staggering volume of off-balance sheet dollar debt and persistent high foreign exchange risk settlement, confirming this information from the source itself, our central bank's central bank. They have provided us with the data and sounded the alarm, leaving us to connect the dots. And that's a wrap on our discussion today. If you found this video informative, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who may benefit from this knowledge. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.